a quick recipe. This evening I'm making sweet tomato teriyaki chicken with a blueberry twist. Now I marinated the chicken breast and thighs. I cut the fat and the skin, and I marinated with just like any kind of I like to use a thicker marinade versus the watery, so I used like a teriyaki marinade that's like a base and marinade. So, and then I sprinkled a little ginger, a little bit of ginger, also a tiny bit of I sprinkled a little bit of ginger, and in here I sprinkled a little nutmeg. What I have here is also the teriyaki base and marinade. I added chopped up tomatoes, onions, cilantro. So it's got like a little chopped up salsa, like, you know, salsa without any like liquid really, and a kind of like a chili, like ají, which is like a South American chili with green pepper. That contains green pepper. Added a little nutmeg, a couple drops of honey, and a little bit of tomato paste, maybe like a teaspoon of tomato paste. And also I added organic wild Maine blueberry jam, straight from Stonewall Kitchen, and it's a company classic. It's organic. It's all natural for the most part. There's nothing much in there, but no real preservatives. It's just wild Maine blueberries, pure cane sugar, fruit, pectin, lemon juice, and citric acid. Not bad. Just a couple tablespoons of that to give it a little sweeten it up. Okay, over here we have did a tablespoon of olive oil, chopped up some white onion, and just let it brown up a little bit. And just as a side, the leftover chicken I had, it's like bones, and with the bone in, a little bit of meat, I decided to make a broth out of. I added some hot sesame oil, about a teaspoon of that, chopped up cilantro, of course water, a tablespoon of sea salt, and a little bit of this noodle soup base. Give it kind of like a chicken flavor, like an Asian-y chicken flavor. So just making that for chicken broth to make with dumplings later. Now back to the pan. As you see, it's going to sizzle up a little bit. Okay. Here I'm going to graciously put in the pre-marinated. I forgot to add that I also marinated this, or added garlic. So there's garlic, the teriyaki base and marinade, and a little bit of some ginger. I usually use a wok or flatter pan, but this will do. Alright. Just chopping it up into smaller pieces so that I can add to the chicken before the chicken cooks for a bit. And some people like to steam it on the side and then add it, but that's a little too much work, especially if you want to get dinner done in an hour or less than an hour. So there you have it, folks. I'll be adding it in the chicken in just a moment. But that's fine, because now I'm going to put in the broccoli. What I'm doing, I'm just cutting smaller pieces. These are like stainless steel gourmet scissors for cutting, like so. So I'm just like making smaller pieces. In a way, it's to also cook. Well, it's not in a way, but this also helps the chicken cook a little faster. Still got it in medium heat. I'm gonna lower it a little bit. We have chicken breast and chicken thighs in here. It's a good combination. White and dark meat. Big piece. And after this, I'm going to add the broccoli. The broth's looking pretty good. Let's take a shot of that. Just use all, don't waste any of the chicken. I don't throw it away. I figured, why not make some chicken broth? Now I'm just adding the broccoli pieces. Gonna let it be on top for a bit. And I'm gonna cover it up. Just so it's lowered to like medium warm. Alright, and we'll check back on it in like 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so here we have some steamed rice that I made the other night. You want to like recycle your food. It's just like from last night. I'm making more rice just in case. Of course, you can have like a healthier alternative or side, like with any kind of vegetable. But we're doing teriyaki, sweet tomato teriyaki chicken, so the rice, steamed rice, sounds good, you know, once in a while. Alright, what I'm doing, fresh cilantro. Some ground up cilantro. It's a little like saltier. A good amount there. Then I'll add a seasoned black pepper. Just a little bit. And then mix it up. This really adds like a good fragrance to the rice, and it just tastes really good. You don't need to add salt to it. If you want, you can add a little bit, but because we're having a saucy meal, it's good to have this like kind of more fragrant yet plain taste. And that's it. We'll show you the end results later. Now back to the broccoli. The broccoli is still not fully cooked, but we're now gonna mix it up together. Just scoop it from the bottom and bring it over to the top. And we're going to let it cook up uncovered on a medium for about 5 minutes. Started cooking at 7:30, so it'll take approximately 30 minutes for cooking, but preparation took about 30 minutes, so complete total amount of time of an hour to prepare a meal, to prepare a very delicious and gourmet meal. Still got a little bit more to cook, so we're going to now add half of the sauce. I'll tell you why. Since the broccoli isn't fully cooked yet, I'm going to just add the sauce. Half the sauce, flavor it up. And let it cook some more. Semi-covered, meaning a portion will be out. Okay, and we're gonna, we started cooking at 7:30, it's 7:48 now. So about 5 minutes from now, I'm gonna come back, turn up the heat from warm to medium high. Alright, and this is just about ready. The broccoli's nice and soft, not too soft, but just about. Lowering it from medium to warm. Like not too like high of warm, like kind of like right at warm. This is in an electrical oven. If you have electric oven, then you know you can monitor where you can adjust the temperatures a little better. I cook in different stoves. This is one of my favorite ones, old-fashioned way. Okay, add the rest of the concoction of the blueberry, dry salsa, teriyaki, a little bit of honey, nutmeg, and tomato paste. Of course, the teriyaki glaze is in there. And just mix it around. Mix it around. And we're going to just let it simmer uncovered. And voila, all set to go.